Hello. I think I'm going to start off with the star code Astro, since we are going through some heavy planetary alignments as far as eclipses and the new moon. Today is our second new moon in Virgo this month. We don't always have 2 new moons. On the bottom is opposition, confrontation. So we might be feeling some tension right now. Tension. Maybe you're feeling called to stay alone in this period. You might have a lot of tension when it comes to thinking about being near others. Okay. Past experiences that had made you feel that way. Mercury, we have messages here. So there's definitely downloads at this time. I'll share my download with you guys that I got the other day. It was from a very higher up galactic team. I want to say Atlantis. And they basically told me that they're here and they're taking care of things and that everything is going to be all right. Now, you can listen to that and you can believe it, or you can listen to that and be like, what the fuck is she talking about? But I know for myself what it means. Also, before 2020, which is when everything felt okay, and then 2020 hit. 2019, the house prices were down, and then right when 2020 hit, everything just started skyrocketing. And before 2020 as well, I also had downloads at that time where I was being told that everything was going to be all right, that we're going to be better after this. So 5 years later, I'm getting that download again. 5-6 years later, I'm getting the download that everything is going to be fine. We have the sun, source. Exactly. Do you think any type of human can outbeat the sun? No. There's a reason why the sun is so powerful. And if you're not listening to me and you're thinking, well, the sun is just a planet. Okay, cool. But also the sun is source. And what is source? Source to us is God. So imagine all our downloads coming from source, coming from the sun. The sun holds codes. The sun is life. You ever hear of sun god Ra? In ancient cultures, even cultures today, knew that the sun was an eternal source. And I'm going to just tell you guys right now, there's a reason why that you don't know certain things. You weren't taught it. You were taught about the Greeks in elementary school, but why are we learning about Greek gods and the weather in elementary school? Why don't we learn about that in high school and college? I mean, I'm sure some people in college take classes on mythology. But it's very spectacular once your mind is open to it. But being born in this construct, I'll show you my view. Being born in this, see the roads here? Where's my phone? See the road? That's the construct I'm speaking of. If you understand. Like when the Constitution, all that was built, they had all of this in mind. This infrastructure, the buildings, how are we going to operate? And it's been obviously building and changing ever since, but there's an economy here, right? And the thing is that the economy does not coexist with life. The economy coexists with greed and right as it is now, greed, you know, I mean, there's always been a hinge of greed, but it's like the people in power, I think, have a lot to do with, okay, anyway, we're not going to go that deep, but we're being called to act. Because, see, this construct is ours. We live in it. We were born into it. This is partly ours, just as it is everybody's. And that's another issue right now in the U.S. is, are you from here? And it's kind of late for that. It's kind of late to say, are you from here? Because we've already allowed people to come in. And so if we don't have something set up to where, oh, you came in and you're illegal. Oh, you don't have any ID. Oh, what is our next step then? What does America do? I don't like going into all that, even though there is people like living in it and literally like the ICE people, but it's like so much is fear, you just don't know what to listen to. But yeah, they are the little minions in this construct and this economy. The bad minions. There's just, it's not good or bad either, but it's just like people trying to nitpick and pick people out, and God's like, no, we don't do that here. We don't treat people like that. And the thing is, if you are treated like that, God protects you. And something you may not hear about because you have to believe in it. Yeah, look, Midhaven, the pinnacle, and that's heaven. That's what came out with that ascendant entrance. Wow. Literally entrance and Midhaven, entering heaven. See, you can choose. And this is what I'm getting at here with saying that if you believe in God and you will see his work, you will feel him as well. So no matter what it looks like where you're at, you know inside of you is heaven's kingdom. And like where I'm at right now is I'm trying to figure out, how do I get back to that feeling? Because it's a lot right now. Like I said, even going out and being around people, it's a lot. And that's why I'm doing this reading. Because I'm like, what do we do? I'm going to read that card though. Entrance, Ascendant, 35. Okay. In a natal chart, the Ascendant tells a story about how you walked into this life at your birth and how you walk into any new situation. It describes the door through which you see the world and the world sees you, your filter system, and hints at your awakening consciousness. The Ascendant, also known as the rising sign, describes a degree of the zodiac just coming up over the eastern horizon at the moment and place of your birth. How do you see the world? Take a long look at the assumptions and presumptions through which you filter your experience of reality. Look at how your privilege, trauma, or certain attributes of your history can distort the reality of the moment. Do what you can to dismantle those obstructions so you can see the whole view. Open the aperture. Conversely, look carefully at the signals you send off. Do they match your intent? Do you say you're fine when you really need a hug? Are you trained to sound modest or apologetic when really you know what you're doing? Do you act like you know what you're doing when you don't? Notice when you project onto the world and take responsibility for how you are seen. The Ascendant is where you become visible. If this makes you nervous, investigate what needs to be healed or where you need to grow your confidence in order to feel comfortable being seen. If you're asking about a project, look for what needs to be repaired or improved before you hold a press conference. The front door is only one part of the house. Be willing to look beyond appearances and into the heart, but don't count on others' ability to do so. Over time, your reputation is built on what you do, not how you look. Yeah, it's what matters is what's in your heart. And that's what I was saying, like being heaven from inside. You have to feel that source within you. And that's a bright light. That's definitely something that you acknowledge and you're like, hey, This feels fucking awesome. But also it's just like a grounded, peaceful knowingness. And it's talking about how you show up to the world. Like I said, do you show up acting like you know what you're doing when you don't? Take responsibility. I love these little cars. I love being up here. This view is like being in a plane, which in my dreams I keep having me in a plane, and the plane is like so low to the ground, like here, like we're just a car. I'm like, aren't we a plane? Michael and Faith, spiritual calling, divine protection, breakthrough moment. I think we all have the 1111 on the timer. We all have a spiritual calling. And the more that people wake up to their spiritual calling and do what makes them feel good, like we're going to have a lot of people helping other people. And that's always been my dream, is for people to know, like, hey, it's just us out here. Like, why don't we just help each other, you know? The more we're helping each other, the better we are. The better and the faster things grow. Oh my God, Mother Mary, yay. Miraculous encounter, divine experiences. Do not be afraid of being powerful. So when you're in your power and knowing your worth and living with heaven within, you're gonna have encounters that are gonna be very magical. And it's kind of going to be like, only for you. I mean, you can explain to other people, but for you, it's going to be like, like breakthrough stuff. That's connects you to source. When you're like, holy, literally, holy, shining down on you. Whatever that looks like for you. Rama and Sita. Holy union. Sorry if I said that so wrong. Soulmate connection, romantic opportunity. Oh my God. Okay. Holy union. Holy union. This is two people. Holy union. And expanded hearts. Let yourself love and be loved. This is a holy union where two people have, obviously if they're soul single, been with the wrong people, but two very loving people who have been waiting to find their match. Like, who is my person, you know? Someone who loves like me, and you guys have been manifesting each other.